Ananta is finally playable at Tokyo Game Show, and tons of new gameplay clips have been flooding the internet and Twitter as of recent, so I've gathered the 10 details that I would consider pretty big, which have been spotted, and it's just from this demo, so who knows what's in the entire game. So let's take a look at 10 of these details. First up is subway fast travel. Yes, during one of these gameplays, we actually get to see, and even an explanation from one of the developers, that yes, fast travel is in the game, but it isn't just like, you know, super random where you just instantly teleport. Instead, you actually get to see the character, the captain, sitting in the subway. Yes, it's an actual subway system that you can ride, and this makes moving around Nova City feel a bit more immersive, like a living, breathing urban world, which is really cool. So this is a small detail that I really thought stood out, and I thought I would like include here because I think it's a pretty cool detail that not a lot of people are really talking about. Number 2, Taffy's summonable bike. Yes, Taffy can spawn in her own personal bike on command, almost like a mount in an MMO, except it's modern and very stylish. But yeah, it's perfect for getting around the vertical city, and also, you know, if you don't have the captain for swinging around and stuff, then this is the best way to get around if you're playing as Taffy. Of course, we also get to see her with her big old hammer as well. But yes, she has a summonable bike, which makes me wonder if we're gonna get more like things we can summon in. We already know we're probably gonna be able to summon in a lot of vehicles and stuff, but I wonder if there's going to be any sort of like animals we can ride, like horses and stuff like that, as I haven't seen anything like that as of yet, but who knows. We also get to see 2 gangs. Now, we've seen these gangs a few more times in the other reveal trailer and some of the gameplay, but yeah, there's a red and blue gang, and we get to see while Taffy's exploring, as she literally stumbles into a street meetup between these rival gangs, one red, one blue, and this could hint at some sort of dynamic encounters or even gang-related missions spread across the city. You guys may remember from GTA San Andreas, there used to be this one mode, like at one point in the game where like the different gangs take over parts of the city, and it keeps shifting, and you are supposed to be trying to expand your gang's like territory, and I really hope they do add something like that in here, because I think it'd be pretty cool, and if they make it part of the actual gameplay, because that would be so freaking sick. Number 4, you can buy and summon cars, very much GTA style. So yeah, the captain can buy cars like straight up. We see him literally just buying a car here from the gameplay, just like his GTA 5, and then calling them in instantly whenever you need them, and this adds a whole new level to traversal and customization. Of course, you can also steal cars, obviously, but the fact that you can buy them and buy like fancy, cool cars is kind of awesome, and the fact that they just sort of like get summoned in makes it even funnier. So again, I do wonder if there's going to be more than just cars. I mean, again, we've seen lots of different vehicles. I mean, you can even drive a, you know, an ambulance, everything from that to a pickup truck to a freaking, you know, fire truck. Everything is possible. But yes, you can buy and summon cars, as we see in this particular gameplay from Tokyo Game Show. Number 5, multiple respawn options. Yes, so this is something that I hadn't really seen anybody mention, but when you faint or die in Ananta, you get 3 respawn choices, which is the following. The first one is nearest teleport point. So this would probably be one of your fast travel locations. One of those would be where you would respawn. The second option is most recent checkpoint. And then the third one is or respawn nearby. So basically, nearest teleport would probably be one of the fast travel points near you. Most recent checkpoint would be the last place you saved your game at, or respawn nearby would just respawn you in the area so you can continue with what you were just doing. This again gives the player flexibility depending on how you want to continue if you end up dying or fainting in the game. Number 6, selfie camera and emotes. Now, yes, we already knew the game was going to have that from the most recent trailer, but we get to actually see somebody here playing with it with a full selfie camera mode, which comes complete with multiple emotes and poses, perfect for showing off your character's style or even capturing just random moments within the city, which I think a lot of people are going to be using this. It reminds me very much of the camera within Pokemon games and stuff like that. It's very similar to that. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to be used and how people are going to actually like use it to maybe even make some cool stuff, take some cool pictures, and even maybe do some cool filming in the actual world of Ananta, because this is like a giant sandbox essentially, is what I feel like this game is going to be to a lot of people. Number 7, we get to see some actual basketball gameplay. Yes, as we've already seen in the trailer, there will be a lot of sports you can play. Basketball is one of those, and yes, you can literally play it in the game. This is confirmed, you know, literally in the gameplay here. We get to see it fully being playable, and again, loads of more activities will be in the game. I really want to speculate about what other sports will be available. Will we see baseball, American football, regular football from Europe, you know, or soccer as you Americans would call it? Would we see anything like that? I'm really curious because I think there's a lot of potential to add in and even have like an entirely separate part of the game where people just play for the sports. I think that would be so freaking fun. So I really do hope we get to see more of it. But yes, we get to actually see what the basketball works like. It looks pretty solid. Like they did spend some time making this an actual system that works well in the game, like something you could actually enjoy on its own, even outside of the rest of the game. Number 8, the smartphone system. So yes, we do have smartphones in the game, and it's essentially central to your gameplay, depending on who you're playing as. In the case of Taffy, we get to see her using it to call allies, start missions, manage tons of city activities. It's literally just like a modern version of GTA's like phone system, which I think is really cool. Number 9, we actually get to see full how Richie's police powers work. Now, we already saw Richie being, you know, able to do these things in the trailer from a few days ago for Ananta, but here Richie was shown arresting or at least like frisking an NPC, kind of questioning him, and we get to see a lot of different options for what you can actually ask the guy about. You can literally do a drug test, you can do a urine test, you can, like, it's crazy that this is in the game. This is the sort of stuff that you'd find maybe in like GTA like roleplay. That's like the kind of thing I would expect this to be possible, like if you're playing like an RP server or like a No Pixel or something like that. But seeing this in the game as a default, as like an actual thing that's part of the you know, the final product, it's crazy because there's probably gonna be even more mechanics added over time. This is just where we're starting from, but who knows what will be there later down the line and what else they could add in. It's just really cool to see. Also, by the way, this implies that certain characters or factions might have unique roles and mechanics tied to their organization. For example, since Richie is one of the, I guess, officers in this game, her arresting people and acting like a literal police officer makes sense, and it's tied to which organization she belongs to, which would also imply that all the other organizations will have a similar thing going on, which is why Taffy has her little, like, you know, bike that she can pull out at any given time, her scooter, whatever you want to call it. That's the same reason she has that, which is pretty cool. And number 10, yes, we get a confirmation you can attack civilians. It didn't really show us if we could like straight up like game end them, but you are able to attack them, that's for sure. In one clip, Taffy also whips out a giant hammer ability where she just smashes the shit out of some poor people. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And those were some of the details. Again, these are just small things that I noticed that I thought would be fun to share. Well, I say small, but they are pretty big. I think they're pretty big and pretty cool. And again, there's loads more details that I haven't covered. If you guys notice anything specific that you think I should mention in a future video, or if I should make a, you know, follow-up to this one, if I've missed something, please let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, make sure to subscribe to Mugen Fox, because I'll be bringing you daily updates and weekly updates on Ananta as things happen, and predictions, theories, all that sort of stuff. You're going to be having it on this channel. So thank you so much for sticking by. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, and bye-bye, Ananta fans.